What's up, y'all, and welcome to Self-Reflection Sunday, where every Sunday I basically take a look at myself in the mirror and I acknowledge any triggers I had this week, anything that I need to work on, or just anything that I noticed about myself that I could put a little bit more effort into working on. One thing I've definitely noticed about myself this week and some triggers I've had is being an overthinker and constantly questioning things when I do them, or even picking it apart when I do things. I feel like I've always had this habit of being a perfectionist. So it's like everything I do needs to be perfect. And if it's not perfect, I failed and I'm not good enough and I'm gonna get in trouble, or I'm just a terrible person. It's a really hard habit to get out of because that's really how my brain was wired. Like in my household, you weren't allowed to make mistakes. You weren't allowed to show emotion. You weren't allowed to do any of those things. So when you made a mistake, I got in trouble for it by my father specifically. He would yell at me. He would give me cruel punishments, just emotional torment and verbal abuse. It was so bad. So I feel like I've created this own negative self-talk voice in my head that when I make a mistake, I talk about myself really bad, or I ridicule myself, or I don't give myself room for error. And that's really messed with me growing up because nothing is perfect. Nobody's perfect. And it's so much pressure to put yourself on this pedestal of not being a human being. And even me being 20 years old, oh gosh, I've gotten so much better at giving myself more grace and being more gentle with myself and understanding that I am a human person, that I am going to make mistakes. But man, is it a battle and a struggle trying to shy out that voice in my head that says that I'm a terrible person if I make a mistake. So that's definitely something I'm still battling with, something I still am internally trying to fight, because I'm realizing that mistakes are what makes us who we are, and it molds us into who we're supposed to be. And if you don't make mistakes, how will you know what failure is? How will you know how to get back up? How will you know what success is if you don't fail? So yeah, that's definitely what I am working on. What's your self-reflection Sunday? Don't be afraid to look at yourself in the mirror. It's not easy to take accountability and acknowledge the struggles that we go through, but you can't change anything that you don't acknowledge. So I hope that you watching this has encouraged you to do a self-reflection Sunday and really face yourself. It ain't easy, but hey, I'm doing it. So can you. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.